Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick Nineg. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about the Marx Brothers. I absolutely love the Marx Brothers, and I want to bring you this true story because I know a lot of you are looking at the title or looking at the thumbnail going, what is this clickbait? Is this a title and a fake story that Rick Nineg is telling us so that a lot of people will watch his video? Absolutely not. This is a true story. This actually happened, but many of you don't know about this, and I'm like, everyone should know. I think it's funny. I think it's humorous. It is outlandish, but then again, this is the Marx Brothers, so let's get right into it. But if you are a fan of the Marx Brothers, classic TV shows and movies, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button to this video. That's a free way, and it takes only a couple seconds to do, and it makes so much of a difference on this channel so that I can keep doing what I'm doing and posting these videos. Now let's talk about the Marx Brothers and what actually happened, because I'm sure you've never heard of Marx Brothers and naked in the same sentence, right? Well, here's how the story goes, and this is how it actually happened. So you're seeing a lot of images from the movie that they made called A Night at the Opera. It was made and released in 1935, and it was the first one that was actually made and produced on the MGM lot. Now the MGM lot is now known as Sony Picture Studios, but what actually happened here? Well, it involves the Marx Brothers and this man. His name is Irving Thalberg. Now he is a producer of course, this film, and he was often in communication and worked along with the Marx Brothers. Now, he was a very busy man. He, had a lot of responsibilities, but some may say he was not too respectful to the brothers. Why? Well, he would often call people in for meetings at the studio in his office, and then he would keep them waiting. The meetings would go on, and this is something that, of course, is very disrespectful, but it isn't unheard of for this to happen. Now, he would leave them waiting in his office for hours while he was actually in other meetings on this MGM lot. Now, he would double book meetings, and I guess he wasn't great at scheduling his time. He wanted to please everyone, and of course, this made for some issues. So one day during pre-production for the movie A Night at the Opera, Irving Thalberg called in the Marx Brothers, and they actually were made to wait for several hours, not even in his office, but in his secretary's office, while he was in his own office busy making phone calls. Now, the Marx Brothers were not a fan of this. Who would be a fan? Would you? Would I? Absolutely not. Who hates waiting for someone when they have an appointment with them? Now, when Thalberg's secretary went home for the day, because it was her shift and her time to leave, the brothers decided that they had enough of his antics and his behavior. They actually pushed the office file cabinets against Thalberg's door, trapping the producer inside his own office. Now, to Thalberg, this seemed like a harmless antic, something he could put up with because it wasn't really that big of a deal. But what he'd also do when he would meet with the brothers, he would interrupt his meetings. He would say, "I'll be back in a little bit." He would step out and go to other meetings, and he would keep the brothers waiting for hours upon hours, and they were just completely fed up. So one day when Thalberg came back from another meeting, he found Groucho Marx, Chico Marx, and Harpo Marx sitting in his office completely 100% naked. What were they doing? Well, they were roasting potatoes on sticks in his office fireplace. Could you believe this? Think about this, coming into your office and seeing the Marx Brothers completely naked roasting potatoes. Thalberg was pretty much frozen in place. He was stunned. So what did he do? According to the story, he actually sat down with them. He had and ate a potato, and he never missed or interrupted another meeting with the Marx Brothers ever again. I don't know about you, but that shows me that sometimes you have to speak up. Sometimes you have to do something to let someone know that they're doing something wrong. I don't know about showing up naked, but that's how the Marx Brothers did it. But it's good. It's good to let people know when they're doing something wrong, when you are not accepting their behavior. And this is what the Marx Brothers did. Now, have you ever heard of this story? Because remember, it's absolutely 100% true. Another quick story I'll tell you about, which I can elaborate in another video. In Horse Feathers, they had a lot of extras in the bleachers watching the football game. And Harpo Marx, to entertain them in between shooting of the movie, he actually stripped naked and ran around the bleachers entertaining the guests, believe it or not. Unheard of, crazy. And what, this is the 30s, the 40s we're talking about for a man to do this? I know it's other times, it is not 2023, but still, I think it's even more of a controversial thing back then than today. I want to know your thoughts down below. Did you ever hear that the Marx Brothers did this? Do you think it was something that maybe actually worked? Because they tried the file cabinets thing, locking him in his door, just pushing him against the door, but it seemed like that didn't work. So they went one extra step, and I guess that really works. So I love to read your comments. I love all of your support. Thank you so much. We'll see you all next time. And don't forget, everyone, be hopeful. A really big thank you to all my Diamond tier patrons: Jerry D, Stacy L, Scott R, Citizen Kane 359, Jennifer P, David D, Kevin K, Sally N, and Vito L. If you want to be on this list or receive exclusives as a great way to support the channel, visit my Patreon description below. Thank you.